Alright, so we're still in the winter season. Nothing eventful has really happened. But I decided that 22 dwarves is enough. See, no migrants yet, we still have 22 dwarves. I decided that 22 is enough to kind of get started on some basics of home defense. So, before I was talking about how... Now, as you can see, I already have some basic setups for some walls, but we only have one mason. So this is going to take him forever. So before I was talking about how there's an easy way to cheese this, and that is to make every single dwarf a mason. Now we can do this the in-game way and just kind of, go to each one. Like here's my ranger, and we go to preferences and labor, and then we go to stoneworking, and we turn on masonry. But that'll take forever because we don't want him to stay a mason. So the way to do this is you're going to want to use Dwarf Therapist. So this is what Dwarf Therapist looks like. I'm not really going to go over the whole thing, but so you go up here to categorize them, and you go to military status. And so this is going to show all of your adult dwarves. It's going to separate them into adult dwarves that can become military and juveniles that cannot. So we want to go up here, and we just want to click on Masonry. And so this is going to make all of our dwarves masons. So then we go back to the game, and now all of our eligible dwarves are going to fill in this whole wall, and it's going to go by a lot quicker than just one guy. So as we can see, they're already getting to work. So this will go ahead and have my defense up in no time. This should be finished before we even get to the summer months. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it, and then once it's finished, I'll come back and show you. Alright, so our dwarves are still building. As you can see, it's all the way done. They've completely finished the whole thing. And just in time, too, because there is a Goblin Snatcher, a Goblin Thief. So I have my miners set to work on removing all these ramps so they can't get in. Now, eventually I'm going to want to cover this whole top part with flooring and wall this section off as well, which I'll probably get to work doing fairly quickly, because Goblin Snatchers are bad news. What they like to do, I only have one child, so he's not gonna have a whole lot of work. But Goblin Snatchers, they like to take baby dwarves. They sneak in, they grab a baby dwarf, shove him in a bag, and then try to leave as quickly as possible. And they do this to the extent of, in the lore of the game, they will take those babies, they take them back to their goblin tower, and they train them to be goblins, basically. So they brainwash the child into thinking it's a goblin. And then once there are goblin sieges later, if these goblins have managed to steal some of your dwarven children, they will sometimes, like sometimes you will see dwarves in a goblin siege, and they will be your stolen children. They'll come back to fight your fortress. Now that can be interesting, but you don't really want that to happen because it's very traumatizing to the parents, and it's very likely to cause a tantrum spiral. So, but again, hopefully this should be, well, this is done, obviously. So the only thing left to do is to finish this bridge and finish cutting down these ramps, and we'll be sealed off. So not much else to do. Alright, so as you can see, the entire thing is completely walled off now. Still not completely finished with my defenses, but the only way in or out of my fortress is now this little 3-tile wide passage, which as soon as this drawbridge is built, I'll be able to seal off at will. So the only thing that can get in now is things that can fly, which I really don't have anything to worry about from those. Now eventually this whole area will be floored off, and this will be where my military dwarves, I'll set up like towers and things like that, but it's where my archers will defend us from sieges. But yeah, for right now it's done. We're completely walled off from the outside world. So, oh, and as you can see, it's only midwinter. I mean, I started this thing in the beginning of the winter, so you can see how effective it is to have all your dwarves just, chugging away as masons. So yeah, I don't recall if there's anything else that I've been doing besides this. They've been the only downside to this is the dwarves will only do masonry work. They won't really do anything else while this is enabled. I am making progress on my aquifer. I have my floodgates set up, or not aquifer, but my reservoir. I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to put my doctor's office. I'll probably put it right above. I'm blanking my factory. Although I might go deeper, but I don't know for right now. Right now, it doesn't really matter. Although I do need to get that hospital set up pretty quickly. If not before the end of the year, then early summer of next year. But yeah, so that is taken care of. I didn't bother recording it, but shortly after those goblin thieves showed up, I got 2 more cobalt thieves, and one of them actually managed to. My dwarves were so busy building these that one of them actually managed to get to right here, to level 2, before someone spotted him. But hopefully that'll be the last of it, because at this point, if I want to do any more masonry work, I don't have to actually leave the fortress. I can just seal it up and have them use either this staircase or this one to come up here and do more flooring work, which I'll probably have. I'll probably hold off until the next migrant wave shows up, because this is a lot more work to get this whole area covered in flooring. You know, because I mean these walls are just a little thing, but I mean like all of these squares need to be covered. So I'll probably wait till my next migrant wave or 2 before I get started on that, and I'll do the same thing. I'll cheese it just like I did this, but you know, other than that, not much else to talk about. I still haven't set up my jail cells yet, which I need to. I think I'm going to put them right here, off to the side of my Great Hall. I was originally going to put them right here, but I think I'm going to reserve this area for my crypt. Although I might go deeper. If not level 11, then maybe level 12. But not really too sure yet. Because see, the problem is if I put my jail cells here, I'm not really sure what else I'm going to put on this level. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this level. It's just kind of hanging there. So, yeah. But that's all I have to talk about for now. So until the seasons change or anything else interesting happens. Alright, so we have a problem. As you can see, this is a goblin, a snatcher, a child snatcher, a thief. And as you can also see, he's all the way down at level 7. So the problem comes in when we go to our citizens page and we see that our child is caged. That means the snatcher has him. So the problem is we gotta stop this guy. So we're very quickly going to go to our military screen, get our commander, see who we have. This guy's a base dwarf. It's not going to matter either way, because this guy's he's going to get out. So here's what we're going to do. We're very quickly going to add a borough. We're going to define it. This little area right here. Because I think all my dwarves are inside. Break. Let me just do a real quick check. So the only one that's outside is fishing, and he's actually out there. So what I'm going to want to do is pull this lever. Shit. No, he's going to get away. Yep. Damn it. Well, there goes my kid. Bye, Goblin Snatcher. And he's gone. There goes our one child. Yep. So, let's see who his parents were. Our bookkeeper, and I don't know who this is. Oh, she's not even in our fortress. That's just our bookkeeper brought him. So he's probably gonna have a fit. Ugh. Yeah, so that's a problem. So, lesson learned. It doesn't matter if you only have one way in or out if you don't close it. Yep. So let's see how that affects our bookkeeper. Where are you, bookkeeper? Bookkeeper! There you are. So we're going to view creature, thoughts. He's been ecstatic lately. So he's not quite, he's only 35. So... yeah, so we're down a dwarf. That is unfortunate. So, oh well. We're just gonna have to beef up our security. We don't really have to worry about snatchers anymore because we don't have any more kids for them to steal. But, you know, again, you live and learn. Okay, so spring has arrived. Year 1 is done. Pretty good start. I have most of my Great Hall carved out. I just got to get enough tables and chairs to fill it. Pretty good. Almost done with my first floor, or with my first living area. They should be able to hold 100 doors once it's finished. Just getting finished up with my sheriff's office. Haven't done anything with this floor yet. Still not really sure. I'll probably turn this into another living area. Still not really sure where I'm going to put my jail or my hospital. But priorities for spring. Oh, I am expanding my my warehouse, and I'm probably going to erase this stockpile and then start dividing these up into sub-stockpiles to kind of correspond to the workshops. I'll probably also rearrange the workshops to make them kind of sit over their corresponding pile. Still haven't finished up the reservoir yet. But yeah, so pretty good year so far. Only one casualty. Doing pretty good. Hopefully our next migrant wave will have enough people to where we'll have a full squad and we can start cranking out some weapons. Oh, as you can see, I started putting some traps in that hallway to kind of as an early alert system. They're nothing fancy, just some stonefall traps. But yeah, so pretty good so far. Although that the one dwarven child who was kidnapped might not agree with me. But so far, pretty good start on our road to on our quest for the king. I really need to get cracking on my created wealth and exported wealth. Those need to be a lot higher. Doing okay on food stores, but yeah, not much else going on. So year 1 completed. Pretty much to my standard. It would have been nice if I had not had that. I'm pretty mad about that kid getting snatched, to be honest. I know I'm laughing, but I'm pretty pissed. So yeah, year 1 is done. Hopefully this will be a successful challenge.